Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Most exciting man in boxing. Woo! Exciting man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV. Woo!
Yo, this is Deontay the Bronx Bummer Wild, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world. And I'd like to give a big shout out to CJ Goodfellas Sports TV. Bomb Squad, baby.
Man, here, man. 122 pounds, 10-5, man. Watch the Goodfellas Sports TV, bro.
Hey, qué rollo, quiero mandar un saludo a mi amigo Goodfella de parte de tu amigo Jaime Munguía. Un abrazo, carnal. Ánimo.
Hey, this is the 989 Assassin, Jermaine Franklin Jr. Shout out to Goodfella TV.
Tiger Johnson from Cleveland, Ohio, 140, and you watching Goodfella TV.
Already did. Holy moly, donut shop. But yeah, let's be serious. Get this shit out the way. Got some more information on Ryan that just came in. Pause. So we're gonna speak on that. We're gonna speak already on Mayweather, his hating ass. We're gonna chop it up about that. You know what I mean? And, that'll be about it. Told y'all I was gonna get to a show. No, y'all ain't gonna support on Friday. Y'all cash y'all checks. Y'all going to the titty bar. Y'all going to splurge on these hoes and shit. I ain't mad at y'all, man. Splurge on these hoes, man. You in the tricking. Trick. That's what you do. I don't advocate it. Hey, how bad it is with these women out here, I understand it. You know what I'm saying? But don't be tricking and wifing. That don't go together. Don't be tricking and wifing, but let's get it together. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. Shimmy, y'all, shimmy, yeah. I gotta get that sound effect back. Give me the mic so I can take it away. Off to it. All right, man. Let's be serious. I need to get the ODB sound clip back though, for sure. But apparently, Tom sent me something, bro. I don't know if I'll be able to find it on social media, but apparently, they said that one of the supplements that Ryan Garcia said that tested positive for ostarine, it came back clean. Wasn't no ostarine in it. So that's going around the internet. I gotta call it a rumor. And I know those supplements. I don't know the brand of supplements. Yeah, I don't know the brand of those supplements. That's what I can say. But I don't know the brand of those supplements. But what I can say is that the stuff that but what I can say, and I don't know, this is just going around on the internet, right? But what I can say, those like recovery stuff and stuff of that nature, is no way that a respectable company, that is third party tested, GMH, whatever we say yesterday, approved, FDA approved, is gonna have ostarine in it. I told y'all, bro. A lot of these supplements, I haven't took this brand, but looking at the quality and being third party tested, I that's what you look for when you're looking at supplements. You look for, okay, they third party tested. You look for, FDA approved. You look for how, you read the reviews. Okay, the taste was a little bit too sweet, or it made me itch, or it made me run to the bathroom. You know what I'm saying? You read the reviews. And nowhere in the history of any supplements I've heard somebody popping hot off some shit like that. I haven't heard it. Especially in boxing. So this is a company where routinely, across multiple platforms, their reviews for this particular product, and probably most of their products, is over 4.5 stars. I routinely see 4.5, 4.6, 4.7. And then a lot of the I'm not just talking about this product, but if you read Amazon, you see it might be 4.3, 4.5. So you start going through the reviews. Okay. You start to go through the reviews, and then you see people saying, well, I gave it 2 stars because it wasn't filled to the top. And people don't even know when you're dealing with stuff like this by the ounces and by the pounds. It don't necessarily have to fill it to the top, or the seal was broke, or they milled the wrong product. So instead of contacting Amazon, they go and get the company a bad review. That's how the reviews go. A lot of the reviews, a lot of products, it's stupid shit. Well, I took it and I didn't lose 20 pounds like I thought I would. But hey, if you took the product and you just sat on your ass all day, you didn't get active. Of course, you're not gonna lose 17 pounds, 20 pounds. It's not even with steroids, you know what I'm saying? You are performance enhancing drugs, you still got to do the work. There's no magic pill out there that's just gonna make you stronger or just sitting on your ass all day. Okay, and like I continue to say about this stuff, bro. A lot of people got an opinion on performance enhancing drugs and supplements, and they don't know shit about. They don't know nothing about nothing. They speaking on something that they don't know nothing about. A little bit about. They too lazy to go research. They're too lazy to research it. And it's just to the point where, like, okay, they too lazy to read the article. They want the article to be, they want the narrative to be what they want it to be. They wanted to say, well, Vada clears Ryan Garcia. No, Vada did not clear shit Ryan Garcia. And then, what they going to say is this. Well, it wouldn't have mattered anyway. If it wouldn't have mattered, okay, I've always said, if it wouldn't have mattered, why did you take all these precautions? Okay, if it didn't matter, why did you need all these precautions? Miss weight by 3.2 pounds. That's a lot of weight. You admitted to using an IV that wasn't approved. You popped high phosphorine. They said 60 times, or some people say, I say 60 times the limit he popped top for. 60 times the limit. Come on. They did all that to beat Devin Haney, bro. Floyd Mayweather helped him out beat Devin Haney. Devin only crime was being naive and falling for the banana in the tailpipe, falling for the whoop-de-blam. That was his only thing. When your mind is so focused on getting money, that's a fucking problem. You can never focus on the money. You can never focus on the ass too much. Your focus always got to be on the purpose or the goal at hand. No matter if your purpose is to go in the club to get some ass. But you always got to remember your reputation is on the line. Okay? You always got to remember somebody's always watching. You always got to remember it's a tomorrow. Once you bust that nut, you know what I'm saying? Once you bust that nut, you got to understand reality kick in. It's back to the real world. It's back to protecting the bank. It's back to stacking the money. It's back chasing whatever your goals and your purpose in life is. Don't forget that. So even if your short-term goal is to say, you know what, I want to stack up to 10 grand. Okay, but don't forget the long-term goal is financial security. Don't forget the other long-term goal is to make sure you possibly retire your parents and make sure you leave your kids something. When you just focusing on short-term goals, you can't lose sight of the long-term goals. You got to keep your eye on both goals. It's like having a daughter and a son and just say, I got to get school clothes. You just focus on the daughter. And you like, oh, fuck, I forgot to get Junior school clothes. No, as a human, you got to have your eyes on multiple things, bro. We can't just focus on one thing as far as goals. We got goals. I got to watch the 401k, IRA, Roth. I got to watch, if we in some places still had a job that still had a pension. Believe it or not. That was a Teamster job. I'll keep it anonymous, but believe it or not, it existed. You know what I'm saying? So shit, that shit still exists out here. So when you watching the goal, you got to watch everything at once. Your financial advisor watching all your money. You got it here. You got it in this portfolio fund. You got it in this index fund. I mean, you got to watch more than one thing. But with this guy, he's full of shit. And the only reason I know he's full of shit is because I know a lot about the stuff that he talking about. I just know a lot about it. Like I said, I'm not the most expert guy on performance enhancing drugs as far as stuff that they don't sell in GNC. But I know a lot of respectable people that I can ask to come on that can explain this shit to y'all. I have homies that took steroids. I've been offered to take steroids. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm to the point where I can tell who owns something and who not on something. Now I can necessarily not tell you. And shout out to Jared in the Cash App. Appreciate it, bro.
Come by after work. I got the John Blaze shit for you.
Yeah, and I can tell when people is taking shit. You know, you after a while you've been around long enough, and you know how, especially by ethnic group, you can tell when a motherfucker on some shit. You know, and I'll leave it at that. You know what I'm saying? But all right, I don't know how true this shit is. This was sent to me. And he got the links in here. So he cited this shit. So we'll look at all of that. This wasn't supposed to be part of the show. This got sent to me right before I jumped on. I was watching Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the Michael Bay version. You know, I still prefer the Secret Ooze, but it says test results came from the same batch lot number that Ryan Garcia's Nutra super carb supplement came from, shows no sign of ostarine. So that's one drug, he said. The second drug, I don't know about. The second supplement, I don't know much about the company. I didn't research the company, but it was essential amino acids. And, there's a difference between branch chain amino acids, essential amino acids. If y'all want to talk about that, we can. I hear a lot of people in the industry preferred the EAA over the BCAA. I think most of us that work out, that take protein, we BCAA guys. So I hadn't heard of essential amino acids before last week. I just so happened to be listening to a health channel. And apparently, that, taurine, I never heard of that. It's a couple of things that, if I remember, I'll talk about at the end of the show that I just discovered. I haven't heard of these things, bro. So when I'm done with this goal, then I try some of these things out and give y'all a review on it. How about that? But if you took pre-workout, most likely it was explained to me that it had taurine in there. But I say this: a lot of times when you taking a multivitamin, a lot of people, like some of the multivitamin, we got whatever is in a multivitamin, vitamin A, C, D, E, K, niacin, B6. When you're taking all the supplements in one, it's not as potent as taking them as individual, and it's never as potent as getting it from your actual food neither. So he got the results on the screen. I don't know what none of this shit mean, but it's from the same lot. It's kind of like I explained even before we got into this last night. It's kind of how I explained where because I worked in the car industry for some years, if there's a defect on a car, they go look at that batch number when that car was made. They might look at the whole line, because if assembly line, it might have a Volt on this line. It might have the next car might be a Cadillac. So they're going to look at all, because a lot of them use like transferable parts. A lot of them use some of the same parts or whatever. But they're going to look at the batch number. And if all those batches are bad of those cars, and they both got a defect, then the next thing they're going to do is they're going to look at the next shift or the next batch of cars that was made on another shift or on another day. And then you might have a bigger problem. Okay. I remember, I was becoming a fire marshal at Chrysler many, many years ago. And, they had this big celebration for, I don't know, it was the 1,000th, 1 billionth car. I don't know what the fuck it was. And, they rolled the car off the line, and the president or the mayor and all these special people was there and shit. And the car didn't start at Jefferson North Assembly Plant. The car did not start. It's crazy. I remember I was talking to this old dude. He had a car shop. My dad had a car shop, and then he had one. But, my dad was busy, so I had him throw a transmission into my Focus at the time, many, many moons ago. And I was like, man, I'm about to go ahead and just buy a brand new car. And he talked me out of it. He said, back in 1990-something, like 91, 92, I bought a Cadillac, and I brought it home, and it broke down in my fucking driveway. He said them shits don't be shit off out the showroom floor neither. That was crazy, bro. So yeah. So this had to be, man, this is some many years ago, bro. But that shit was an interesting story. So yeah, just because you buy a brand new car don't mean it's better than some used cars. So it says specimen was analyzed for anabolic agents, all prohibited substances, product NutriCarb, raspberry, lemonade, 834-gram container. I guess that's all the grams it contain. Tape shut. They tested the other stuff in there. Sample tested for all banned substances include antibiotic or androgenic steroids or other anabolic agents, hormone receptors modulators, including SARMs, HIF stabilizers, stimulants, diuretics, and masking agents. Ostarine detected in the range of 7 to 200 grams per powder. So he's saying there's no sign. So I don't really much know. They said it was detected from 7 to 200 picograms per powder. I don't know what the hell that means, but they got the website. So what is this saying? Hold on. It's so he's saying there's no signs, but the link that he putting on in here is from yesterday. So this is citing grind. This is the original link from Fox. So I don't know how fast they tested it. Hold on. So this is so they tested the other, they citing the other stuff. So this is the link is the original link that we read yesterday. So that's what I'm understanding. So so this is the original link from yesterday. So what he's claiming is, and I'm saying this is a rumor because I can't say it. What he's claiming is he's citing the website. That's what it seemed like. Now he's showing the testing. So this is what Ryan Garcia claimed. Okay, I'm guessing this was sent to them. It's supposed to be confidential, and this is the lot number and the results and all that stuff, and they saying that he's clean. So we gotta wait to the official. So he answers the questions right here. The photo on the right is the test results from Ryan's supplement that his lawyer released. So okay, that's what I thought it was. The photo on the left is the test results from the third-party tested company of the same batch lot number. So I'm guessing this is the third-party testing. This is what Ryan Garcia is claiming. This is what his lawyer is claiming. Margaret Goodman, and this is the results. So okay. So I don't know if they tested the actual product and then they tested the rest of the batch that it was made of the same day. But they claiming that supplement. So it's one more to go. And that one that they are claiming that's left is the one we didn't search the company yesterday. I didn't know it existed. But give me a minute. They just had it. I thought they had in this article. Give me a second. Yes, this is it right here. So it's perfect amino, a powder of 8 essential amino acids. So it's an essential amino acid. Now we can talk about what the difference is between branch chain and essential. So Body Health. I don't know much about Body Health. It's so many different companies out here, bro. To be honest. But if you want to know what amino acid is, it is the foundation of protein. That's exactly what the shit is. It's the foundation of protein. So that's the best way I can describe it. Like it's the foundation. It's like the basis of protein. Okay, that's just you can get it from eating red meat, just like you get creatine. This shit is expensive too, bro. So it's the basis of protein. I'm saying this shit wrong. It's been years since I really know how to really talk this shit. the way. But yeah, this is a very important one right here. This theoring right here. Oh man, what did this shit do, man? You can get this all this shit. You can get individual, and I actually have Do I got any of this shit individually? It's a great fucking question. Yeah, I got L-arginine. I stopped taking that. L-citrulline, malamute, malonate. That's good for blood flow. I forget the amino acids, bro. I swear to God I do. But, the theorine is essential amino acid. Amino acids are building blocks the body uses to make protein. So they like I said, they like the foundation of protein, the basis of it. Amino acids are those that cannot be made by the body and must be obtained from diet. So I think, I know for a fact when we talking about creatine, you get that from red meat, a lot of it. I think a lot of the amino acids you get from red meat too. I don't eat red meat. So if you're wondering, what's CJ taking amino acids and shit like that? I don't eat red meat. And sometimes, not recently, but like last month, I really didn't eat a lot of meat at all. Some days I go without eating meat, pause, tuna, salmon is really good. Getting those omega-3 fats is really good too. I heard that in Japan, their omega-3 intake is over around 10% or higher. And that's the difference between living an extra 5 years. In America, we're around 2%. So that's the difference between 5 years on your life getting those omega-3 fats that's really heavily found in salmon. And you can find it in flaxseed oil, fish oil, and you give that to your dog as well too. For dog people, it's good for their joints. You give it to them early in their joints because as they get older, they won't have them joint problems if you started early. But the thing about that shit is some dogs don't even like that. Don't like the fish taste. So you might have to go with flaxseed or some other shit. So but yeah, nonetheless, this is expensive shit. I will say $131 for amino acids. This is expensive shit. So they got all the essential amino acids and not the branch chain amino acids. So formulated with 8 essential amino acids, 100% natural veggie vegan source protein. So this is not coming from animal protein. Helps you maintain muscle mass, everyday boost of amino energy and reduce recovery time. That's what they do. Protein pill help burn fat and gain muscle. All this can be found in meats, but it's, like I said, you only can absorb so many grams of protein. A lot of motherfuckers don't know that. So it seemed to be all natural. Don't know if it's third-party tested, but for that amount of money, this shit should be third-party tested. Look at their products, bro. And these are all different sizes and shit and bundles. That shit is wild. This shit is wild. Expensive, dog. So weight loss, stamina, quality, value, easy to swallow. You look at all the good stuff. They were good, but you had to take so many and they were very expensive. Hell the fuck yeah. I thought it was powdered. But people swearing by it. So I continue to say, bro, you spend that amount of money, bro, you want clean product. You want clean product. So you paying that amount of money for a sub, so apparently when I'm out there, one of the supplements passed. So the least expensive one, but the one that we know is third party tested, the one that we know is FDA approved. I didn't see that on Amazon. I don't know if Amazon put that stuff on there. I know they do it for Nuri cost. That's what I use. I use these. This is the ones I pretty much go through. I use other ones, but these are third party tested, vegan, clean. If I had another one I go with, man, I'll pull it up. It's another one I like as well too. But usually I roll with Nuri cost. You come fast, pause. Oh man, so many pausable moments in this shit. We got to do No Diddy too.
No Diddy, like that.
But nonetheless, so one sub down. Also probably some lawsuits to come. I know he was lying. Now, if he said I took Rip Fuel, they don't sell the shit no more. That's what Roy got popped for. That Twin Labs made a really good amino acid back in the day, a liquid amino acid. It was orange and it came in a gray container. I don't think Twin Labs is around no more, but I used to love Twin Labs products, bro. And I think that's what they said Roy got popped for was amino fluid. And they have amino acids that can make your muscles make you more ripped. They make your muscles harder. Yeah. And you just learn this stuff just from being in the gym, bro, and reading the men's fitness magazine. Well, they do sell it still. Here we go. Man, I might have to buy some of this shit, but for 70 fucking bucks, this shit must be going extinct. Yeah, this the shit. Lean muscle. They used to have Rip too. This was my shit. When I first went through my first weight loss journey for real, this was my shit right here. Couldn't live without this shit and work out without it neither. This shit is expensive as shit, but it's pure. You gonna spend money on this pure shit. You see pure, you gonna spend money on that shit. I never took that shit. I considered it, but you gonna spend some motherfucking money fucking with them, bro. They are. Oh my bad, y'all can't see it, but they're very expensive company. I didn't know Twin Labs was still around, but this is the shit I took when I was on my first weight loss journey in college and shit. This shit is good. I had the Rip version. Don't even know if they said, but this pure shit is always that's some expensive shit too. But nonetheless, Ryan lying like a motherfucker. And no matter how much you want something to be the truth, y'all can say what y'all want to say. I know a lot about supplements. I know a lot about them. I know guys that compete organically. I know guys that compete, in the regular shit where you can take the shit. And a lot of the behaviors that he exhibited, it seemed like he had a lot of mood swings. He's sweating. Like, it wasn't like the weed shit. A lot of people use weed to mask stuff. It was like he really was on a steroid. The mood swings. And at the end of the day, it's just something that he's going to have to deal with because a lot of this stuff have a lasting effects. And y'all can take him at his word. Y'all can say, well, I believe Ryan Garcia. He's a man of God and all that shit. When people start pushing that guy shit, and then, you turn around and say, you call the man daddy a nappy-headed nigga. Then you turn around and, you're smoking weed and you're going against the Bible. You making multiple babies with different women and shit. You in the club drunk. Man, I love when a chick tell me, well, I go to church on Sundays and I follow the Lord. I know. I know it's about to be some motherfucking cheek clapping. Cheeks everywhere.
What's up? Struggle is up, brother. Oh, progression is up, brother. Salami, eggs, and bacon. My name is Dewey. Oh, bye. Ooh, I'm the same on my side, on my side. Jenkins. Nigga, what?
That's how y'all fake pro-blacks and religious motherfuckers be side of this shit, man. I don't be believing that, dog. Church is for single mothers and reform hoes. The Christian Black Baptist Church, man. You know how it go.
That shit gets no play in this rock.
It gets no play over here. Keep telling y'all this shit. Oh, man, Mexicans are so honest, and Ryan is a man of God. He would never, man. Walk into the motherfucking church office, and your wife getting her motherfucking head split open by the motherfucking pastor. Come on, man. Man of God, my ass. Come on, man. Shout out to the end of the world, not of it. Shout out to Big Soldier Pause. He said this guy gonna get sued again. Yeah. He said, happy Friday, everyone. Shout out to Daniel Berry, Cybel, Red Chief Cloud, Flame On. Shout out to Jacksonville, Black Jericho. Break the walls down. Did he get kicked out the AEW? Wasn't he trying to? Can he keep his hands off the? Why can't I chase the cat? It's just a dog in me. Johnson Salute. It ain't back in the day where you can just get a little grab and grab behind the scenes of wrestling, man. Man, I'm like, well, who was the actor that he was taking a picture with the woman? He kept his hands in his pocket, Tom Hanks or some shit like. Hell yeah, I seen this lady fall today. I just seen a lady fall today, and she fell, and her husband was struggling to help her ass to get up. Man, I kept it moving like I ain't see shit. I don't hold the door open for these women, nothing, bro. Black Jericho Salute. What's so funny? Mike hit me up today. He was like, man, how you know if a girl like you? Nigga, I don't know no more. A bitch will stare at you all day. You say something, no, I'm good. And I'm like, I ain't got time for that shit, man. I literally couldn't even tell you, bro. These chicks are insane. He said, that's me, CJ, for future weather. Oh, appreciate you in the super chat, brother. He said, Ronaldo, we in here, homie. Yeah, fuck the NBA Finals, Ronaldo. Fuck the NBA Finals. Y'all know how we coming. I'm ripping Luka all day. I got to get them all black Kyries when they drop them shits, though. Joseph Parker put her here, eat live fish. What? He fighting tomorrow? How regular Twitter people. Well, he sourced it. Let's see. He got facts. He sourced it. So he sourced it. I mean, if he made this shit up, hey man, credit to him. If he drew this shit up, man, credit to him. That's why I gotta call the rumor. If he drew this shit up, shout out to him. If this brother drew this shit up, man, hey, shout out to him. It was only 2 supplements submitted. They go 1. That's 1. That's the super carb recovery supplement. You know, and if you confused, and I think I've already explained this, but if it's still confusing, the link that he provided was the original source story that y'all ran with yesterday from Fox. And this is what Ryan Garcia sent in. This is what his team tested and said they found that in the Ostarine. This is allegedly what came back from the testing company. Now, I don't know if this testing company was done, who it was done by. You know, was it done by, new super carb company, or was it done by Vada? I don't know. I didn't come on to talk about this. I swear I didn't. He said, are these results of the supplement? Yes. These are the results right here of the supplement that a third party tested. These are the results of the same supplement, but this page is what Ryan Garcia and his lawyers say they found. They say they found Ostarine. So if this is true, Ryan Garcia could sue the company. If this is true, and it's done by a third-party testing agency, the company could sue Ryan Garcia. He already getting sued by Jake Paul, okay? And Mike Tyson and Jake Paul is off, or Logan Paul. So at the end of the day, I only can go for what was provided. So maybe it was the better health, but that better health for you to test hot for Ostarine, shout out to Mark Nash. If you for test hot for Ostarine and pay that amount of money for some amino acids, boy, nigga, I'm suing the hell out of them. That shit gonna be called Better Ryan when I'm done with it. If I'm Ryan, Ryan said he doesn't take something. That was a couple years ago, and shit changed. I will give him that. Shit does change. He said when his voice was hoarse, that side effects of Naladrol. So I don't know. It looked like he might gargle a little bit of salami as well too. So it could have been sore from that. All the women he get pregnant, I think he might go the other way too. It's just I'm just saying. Mayweather probably had his ass bent over like I'll be doing him.
It's like going to heaven and finding God smoking crack.
Devin Haney soft for not running. Why would I run it back with a motherfucker who cheated? He was stupid for running it back when he walked away from the table. Just if you ask me. So, okay, let me put you in this scenario. You shooting dice with your niggas. I don't know where you from. You shooting dice. I'm assuming that you were black. And you shoot dice these niggas in the backyard. They got trick dice, right? You find out they got trick dice. Ain't shit you could do about it. You gonna go back and shoot dice with them niggas again? Absolutely fucking not. Fuck, I'm running back with a nigga that went through every hoop and blam to cheat. He missed weight. He said he admitted to taking an illegal IV. He popped hot for two drugs. One was rescinded. They said it was good. I don't believe that. That's just me. That's wild. So I'm about to fight. Man, I'm trying to kill that nigga, man. Well, fuck fighting. I'm trying to send that motherfucker to see the most high. I ain't bullshitting, bro.
It's like going to heaven and finding God smoking crack.
I'm trying to send that motherfucker to see Casper the Friendly Ghost. He said he will choke in the finals. Ain't no winning shit. Hey, man, Luka? I don't know, man. Jason Tatum trash. And I like Jason Tatum with his fine-ass mama, too. But I fuck with Jaylen Brown even more, how they trying to railroad him for being his own agent and playing in the Big Three. So he really the best player on the Celtics right now. But I love Jason Tatum. I don't think his shoes that bad with Jordan either. But support the channel CJ Good 313. Shout out to the brother Vinny Ochoa for donating this morning as well too. I shouted you out in one of the videos that came or is to come. Pause. But shout out to Vinny and shit. He said, I mean, of course, it's going to have Austrian the results they put it in there. Yeah, man, I don't know how that shit be working, bro. So, but that shit, them steroids, a lot of them have lasting effects on your body, bro. One of the dudes that can talk about it was what's his name, Cali Muscle and shit, you know. So it's crazy, bro. A lot of this shit is dangerous, man. When they told me that they fuck with your dick, I was out. I was out. Shout out to Mark Nash and Shoot Channel. Subscribe to Mark Nash. He said 50 people match the donation. Support the show. Hey, I appreciate y'all can support it too just by subscribing and sharing the video. But shout out to my man's Mark Nash. Hold on. I got you. Yeah. But yeah, send Ryan to Uncle Charles. Yeah, I'm trying to send you to the upper room, my nigga. First you lied and talking about you didn't disrespect my religion. Now I think you did. You know, but you know, like I continue to say about the situation, man. He did too much, bro. And he putting yourself in a hole. I mean, soon what he said about Prime. I mean, I've seen a lot of people, a lot of these guys who talk about health and bodybuilding. I've seen a lot of people shitting on Prime. I've never taken it. I've like when I drove to Charlotte, I take Ghost. You know, I take Ghost. You know, zero sugar and all that stuff, and it got a bunch of amino acids in there. But I take that when I'm like tired or I got a long night or some shit like that, or I'm driving overnight or whatever. So yeah, I take that for that. But so I don't really know about but Red Bull is a no-go for me. Monster was always a no-go. It got a demonic sign as its logo. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, I like energy drinks with sugar in it like that. It's a no-go for me. But that's just me. Yeah, I don't do Red Bull. I don't do anything. I don't do pop. Only way you catch me with a pop if I get a Long Island. I'm chilling and drinking. More like if I'm drinking, which I ain't drunk liquor in a minute. I'm probably more likely drinking straight. If I do drink with something, it's probably some cranberry juice, papaya, some shit like that. But in my humble opinion, though, I would tell you, brothers, don't drink and drive. You know, get a Lyft, get an Uber. You know, if you ain't got the money for a Lyft or Uber or a hotel around the club or the bar you at, or you can't crash at a chick house, whatever, you don't feel comfortable because the baby daddy might come in and shit, man.
King Kong ain't got shit on me.
You don't need to be out partying. You know, you don't need to be drinking. Matter of fact, nigga, you need to be like, you know, picking up extra hours, DoorDash, and need to be doing something, making some cash. All right. If you ain't got money for a room, if you ain't got money for a Lyft or an Uber, you know, don't be drinking. I'm telling you, drinking and driving, you can, you know, cost your life. You can, you know, get pulled over and brag with a mask and go send your ass to see Jehovah. So that's the thing about it. So that's pretty much all I got. I wasn't here to talk about that. I was talking about the Vada side of things, but it went to this. Basically, Vada said he responsible for whatever he put in his body, ain't got nothing to do with it. Now you probably say, why wouldn't Vada just want to do a full investigation? Because there's so many motherfuckers just lie about what they took, and I took this, and it was this nasal spray. I took this. It was this blood pressure medicine. Lamont Peterson went through it. A belt stripped Lamont. Lamont got stripped at WBA, kept the IBF. They were split on the decision. He had some issues going on. Ali Confidential. Canelo. I don't remember what happened with Canelo. It's just down the middle. Some people say Ruslan Provodnikov tested positive. Some people say he don't. So it's a fickle line. Tyson Fury is very murky as well too. So it's just really no damageable punishment. Real talk. Even if they treat this like the NFL, when somebody pop in the NFL, it's just like it's water under the bridge. Nobody really go there and say, "Oh, it's over with." No, they come back and nobody says nothing, and that's another dangerous field to be in. If you hit somebody the wrong way or too strong, your life is over with. So this shit is dangerous, bro, and it's not only a danger to your opponent; it's a danger to your health. As dangerous as Ryan Garcia was, with Osterine in his ass versus Devin Haney, is equally as dangerous to Ryan Garcia's longevity in life. This shit is the steroids are serious, man. I lost a homie to that shit, bro. He used a bad needle, bro, and got gangrene, and had to induce him into a coma, cut his arm off, leg off, arm off, and by the time they got to his last leg, they determined to pull the plug on him. Look at Cali Muscle and all this shit. It ain't worth it, bro. I tell you right now and again, that shit ain't worth it, bro. The move swings and all that other shit, man. And a lot of times, a lot of these niggas they get into, before I speak on Floyd, a lot of times, a lot of these dudes feel like they need a competitive advantage because in the gym you keeping up with somebody else. But I just tell you this: I was watching this Jamaican movie. Usain Bolt was telling the kid how to run whatever he was running. I don't know what it was. I was watching my mom some years ago, and he said just focus on you and focus on your lane. And when you competing, or you in the gym, you competing. You should competing versus your goals, versus yourself. Don't never look at I was having a conversation with this dude. He played receiver in the Michigan State and shit back in the day. He was telling me like you just never know what that man did to get to where he at. He said it took me about 10 years to bench 400, 500. You know what I'm saying? And I was telling him, I'm like, you don't know what he doing. This dude could be taking steroids. He could be doing this and the third. You compare yourself to him. He could be living a clean diet. He could be eating lean meat. He could be eating meat that you can't afford, the food that you can't afford. So, your competition in the gym is never like, only thing I would say that you should compete in the gym is try to be the most hardest, most efficient worker in the gym. That's what I would say. Don't just be the hardest, longest worker. No, be the hardest, efficient worker. When you in there, you working out, motherfuckers stare like, damn, this nigga, he getting it. Or damn, she getting it. Or damn, he getting it. He don't bullshit around. People respect that. People respect that. Don't just try to compete. Oh, he's so getting stronger. How motherfucker be taking steroids? He could just be naturally stronger, have more fast twitch muscles. And if anything, I think the best thing to do, and I always said this, man, is pick people's brains. Don't be scared to ask these brothers, hey man, why you doing this? Oh man, what you doing this? Hey man, hey, show me this. A lot of people are open books in there and they would love to help you. Let's go over to Floyd. Stop sniffing me. Miles over here sniffing me like, come on, move it, bucko. I bought this expensive bed and he got a hole in it already. Niggas just gonna be on the floor. How about that? Y'all boys just gonna be on the floor. Now, I waited till today to speak about this. We got Mayweather. He was on It Is What It Is. P. Rella set up the interview. And it was a couple of things I took away from the interview. First thing he talked about was Roy Jones real quick and how Roy came on the show and said he the greatest. And he basically was just saying, Roy is entitled with his opinion. Roy was a greater fighter, pound for pound than Floyd Mayweather. I mean, at their pinnacle, Roy was one of the best fighters I've seen lace him up. You know what I'm saying? Floyd couldn't fuck with Roy. At no point in his career, when Roy was at his pinnacle, Floyd was nowhere near Roy at his peak. But what he was he's a great businessman. Roy was his own promoter for the most part, and Floyd did big business. He was more popular. So, but pinnacle for pinnacle, Roy. Career, Floyd. So when you break down the greatest fighter list, it's different criteria that you got to break down and go into there. Now, greatest fighter that I've seen and went back in history and watched was Sugar Ray Robinson. Muhammad Ali. Roberto Duran, Marvin Hagler, Sugar Ray Leonard, Henry Armstrong. Some of these greatest fighters that I've seen. One of the greatest, two of my favorite light heavyweights, two of the greatest light heavyweights were three of them. Archie Moore. When we start talking about, two of the greatest ones that I think didn't really get their credit, Michael Moore, Michael the Jinx Spinks. I mean, we can go on and on about how great a lot of fighters was. When James Toney knocked out Michael Nunn, he was universally recognized in the sport of boxing as the best pound for pound fighter. So it's just a lot of great talented guys throughout history, and it's kind of hard to say who was better than who and who was the greatest. It's a lot of, even in the era around Floyd, going above Floyd, from Sergio Martinez to Kelly Pavlik had this moment, to the revival of the second half of Bernard Hopkins' career. I mean, really, it's no best. I think Nas said in the ether, it ain't no best, it ain't no greatest. That's impossible. We can't put all these niggas in the ring. You can't even put Mayweather and Triple G in the ring together. It's 2 different weight classes. You know, all these guys are great in their own right. And I like the diplomatic answer he pretty much gave. Because, you know, I remember he was doing an interview when Ben from Fight Hype first started out. And he was talking about showing this outfit out for the Pacquiao fight. This way before it happened. And he was like, Roy Jones just got old. He said he's always showed Roy a tremendous amount of respect. He was a fan like everybody else. You got to understand, Roy was the culture, bro. You know, Roy was the culture. You know, he just didn't sign to a major promoter, so it kind of held him. But Roy was the culture. It's a reason why, you know, when these niggas talking about, oh, you Devin Haney got knocked out. No, you niggas said, do you know what it was like for us to see Roy Jones lose and lean back like that? That was hard for us to watch in our generation, bro, that grew up in that generation. I mean, you know how I felt when we seen Mike Tyson lose to Buster Douglas, bro? You know how it must have felt for them brothers to see Muhammad Ali lose to Joe Frazier? You know? How when he lost and got retired damn near, or do you think he did retire after Larry Holmes fight? So, you know, the boxing, you gonna have your colossal losses. You're gonna have your upsets. Your hero's gonna lose. Roberto Duran, Sugar Ray Leonard, and even in that fight, I would say this, and I always speak about Sugar Ray Leonard. In the loss, that was my favorite Sugar Ray Leonard fight. In the loss, he was a true motherfucker. He was an animal in that fight. That fight showed that Sugar Ray Leonard, you know, Sugar Ray Leonard hard to beat all time. Ain't nobody just whooping Sugar Ray Leonard ass. That's a tough out. Because Sugar can box with you. Sugar can bang with you. You know, he's one of the greatest fighters of all time. One of the greatest probably businessmen in boxing of all time, too. But he had something that Floyd didn't have. He was the original Golden Boy. You got to remember that. Muhammad Ali wasn't the Golden Boy. Neither was Sonny Liston. Neither was Jack Johnson. You know, even guys like Marciano, Jack Dempsey, Gary Tooney. You know, a lot of these dudes, Sugar Ray Leonard was the original Golden Boy in boxing. And don't forget, they tried to feed him to be the Mexican Golden Boy. In De La Hoya, he just lost to Hector Camacho in the upset. Which, if you niggas still ain't seen Hector Camacho's Showtime documentary, y'all tripping, bro. You wouldn't believe the story unless you watch him and Rick James Showtime documentary. You won't believe it unless you fucking seen it. I'm telling you, you won't believe it.
Damn.
You gotta watch it. But you know, then it was interesting. Kind of, he went on and he started speaking about Adrian Broner. Okay, he said he don't have no problem with Adrian Broner, which he lied. That he wished best Broner, gave Broner props, that he was an underrated puncher. He was a great, skillful fighter. And now he's trying to take the high road. He had a problem with Adrian Broner. You know, he was jealous of Adrian Broner. And that's just what it is. Adrian Broner and Tank was fucking his hoes. But that's what Unc got to understand, bro. Unc got to understand that, and Sugar Daddy and Mr. Willie got to understand that, you know, you renting pussy. You paying hoes to stay. What did the great rapper from Detroit, Eastside Peasy, he can't dress for shit. You pay a hoe to stay, I pay a hoe to leave. You know what I'm saying? And Floyd Mayweather paying the women to be around him. And that's fine and dandy. He want to be the Black Hugh Hefner. But you got to understand, women like to go for the prime young bulls. No matter if you got all this money, you bankrolling these hoes' careers. And I got a video coming. I'm gonna do a free Patreon video on Goodfella TV. I don't know when it's gonna drop, but it's drop at some point. And I talked about how attractiveness trumps money, and it does. You know, women will do whatever if they're attracted to you. And that's what Floyd finding out. Women are attracted, just like any lioness, attracted to the young prime lion in the pride. So you could be the old nigga with all the money. Yeah, they gonna fuck with you, and you know, but they probably ain't gonna give you the same box or the same box that they giving to the young guys that they really desire. That's just what it is. Men want prime women, and women want prime men. The money is what they say they want, but they want the money, and they want the young cat. But he was jealous of Adrian. Adrian was a very vibrant, articulate guy. He was a hood nigga, And a lot of these niggas, that's what they aspire to be because that's what the culture tell you should be. That's what the women want you to be. What is the hood nigga? And Floyd had never had a hood credibility that Adrian Broner got. That's just what it is. And people say, why would Floyd say he's jealous? Why would Floyd be jealous? Man, I did a video. Like, I know a bunch of niggas that I probably host or look better, have more money, you know, have shit going for them. But they was hating on niggas like me that was under them. You know, socially, whatever it may be. It could be financially. I never understood that, bro. A nigga can have it all, you know, socially, especially high school bitches, but then they still be hating on a nigga that's below them. Even a nigga that ain't, you know, even a nigga that ain't even on it, you know, just, and some people just see certain things in people. They see the potential in you. They see things that they jealous in you of, and they wish they had a part of them, even though they got all the money, all the hoes, they got the cars, you know, they got the status. A nigga with all that still be looking down for a nigga that's a threat to them potentially. That's crazy, bro. When you put it in perspective like that, you just be thinking to yourself like, why this nigga hating? Oh, he couldn't be hating on me, man. No, I ain't got this, and I'm down here. A lot of motherfuckers see your potential, bro, and this happen with females too. If this girl just, you know, get some proper glasses, change her style up a little bit, wear some heels, you know, she gonna look better than her best friend, and that's when the hating gonna start. So a lot of niggas see qualities in you that they wish they had, and they just try to hold you back. You can't have a mentor like Floyd Mayweather, and I'm gonna dig deeper into that. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
Yeah, I got y'all. You know, and I love how people say they say that you never outshine the master. What the fuck I'm supposed to do? Why you gonna stop me from shining? What's that Mos Def song? My Umi says, shine a light for the world. Shine a light for the world to see. So I'm not supposed to shine because I'm greater than you or I'm better than you. But guess what? I couldn't be greater or better than you without your tutelage. So that's homage to you. You get credit for this. You know, without Magic and Bird, it ain't no Michael. Without Dr. J and Michael Thompson and all them other dudes, George Mikan and Pete Maravich. Without Pete Maravich, ain't no N1. Ain't no tricks on the court. So you really can't say you greater than Will. You really can't say Will say, well, I'm greater than Mikan. I can't say I'm greater than Bill Walton. Rest in power to him. Without everybody contributing, you don't get LeBron. You don't get an Edwards. You don't get a Luka. Everybody steals something from somebody part of the game. And I think I think this as well too. And you got a lot of people, a lot of these Keishas out here competing with their daughters because they don't want their daughters to be more successful than them. And it's always been going on. They don't want their daughters to be successful, happily married. They break up their marriages. Tyrese, the lady that be on YouTube, Samantha Lee, her mom was an integral part of them getting divorced. So we have, you have a community full of mentors who don't want to see their offsprings or don't want to see their studies or pupils be better than them. This is what you have. You have a era of humans in the West or around the world who not populating the way they should populate because a lot of the mentorship and the parents that they had wasn't shit. They did not want to see their kids and their students and their peers and their pupils be better than them. And Floyd Mayweather is very indicative of that activity throughout many communities, especially the black community. And it's just not the black community. Japan is not populating. South Korea, nobody's populating the way they are supposed to populate other than third world countries and undeveloped countries in Africa. And I'm going to do a nice little, I might even make that a live stream. So when you start talking about, how you get mad at Tank, it's kind of like your son. A lot of y'all who got sons, when they become an age and they start smelling themselves, you got to put them in their place. You know what I'm saying? You got to let them know, like, nah, he becoming a man, you becoming a females have the same civil rivalry with their daughters. They becoming a man, they going to be their own woman, they going to be their own man, it is what it is. So Floyd just know how to be hands-on. Floyd just know how to be Floyd. At the end of the day, your advice only can turn into suggestions. And that's where the friction coming from. It's hard. I think Nas said this on the I'll Let Nas Down remix. He said it's hard for another great to tell somebody how to be great. It's impossible. This is why all the bullshit coaches, the bullshit players like Tyronn Lue become great coaches. Jason Kidd, am I surprised that he became a great coach? No. Steve Nash would be a great coach too, if he get past the social issues, but no, he played the game with his mind. But it's hard for somebody great to tell somebody else how to be great. And Floyd is struggling with the mentorship because there was a rumor that he was sparring these guys from Italy or something like that, and they was getting the best of him. And Floyd told Tank to take off his gear, put the gear on, and box the brothers and show Tank that's how you do it. That ain't how you give people confidence. And one thing I say this, man, there's a lot of naturally males are not, or men are not great teachers. They don't necessarily have the patience. Your dad say, give me the pinhead hammer. You like, you never show me what that is. He's snapping and cussing you out. The men don't have the patience to be teachers, bro, most of them. And if you have that patience to be a great teacher as a man, 9 times out of 10, you older. So it's hard for him to deal with his peer like Gervonta Davis when you see all the pitfalls and mistakes that he's making, and you like, dog, don't do this, and he's still doing it, and he's still fucking up. Now he can still be making those mistakes in spite of you and not want to take your advice, just to be rebellious. And I say this all the time. You notice if your daughter bring a boy home and y'all like the boy, she instantly don't like the boy no more. It's just the rebellious nature of children, of young people. So like I continue to say, yeah, it's hard for him to mentor. It's hard for him to understand, but one of the ways to mentor is not to say, well, fuck Tank and he left the company and I'm going to go use Shakir Stevenson against him, or I'm going to go run and try to make the Lomachenko fight. No, that ain't how you do it. It come a time where your kids or your students becoming adults and they make their own decisions. And sometimes you just got to shut the fuck up and not say nothing and let them make their mistakes and wait till them to come and ask you for your opinion. Or sometimes you just make a suggestion. I tell you that with women all the time. You can't tell women what to do. You only can suggest. Like y'all going out to the Rod Wave concert, I only can suggest y'all better off just taking the Uber down there and then coming back and don't park because I heard they breaking people's cars down there. I don't think 2 of y'all is enough. I think, y'all should, 4 or 5 of y'all should go so y'all can have a stronger alliance and, y'all can have enough if something happens. You only can make suggestions. You can't say, well, you got to do this. You can't do this. You can't tell another grown person what to do. You only can make a suggestion. Hey, Tank, this is what I would do, but, you your own man. I just kind of wanted to give you my perspective on things. But, one of the telling parts about the interview is when he didn't want to answer the question about Ryan Garcia. And some people on the internet is basically saying that Floyd probably told Ryan Garcia to take Osterring. I'm not going to go that far. I'm not. But, for somebody to say he for their people, and then you get behind a Mexican versus a kid that grew up in your gym because his daddy ran his mouth about sparring, I still don't think 2 wrongs make a right. And that's my opinion on it. And he's mad against Devin Haney. He said a lot when he talked about Bill. Your son need my help now, don't he? He said that shit. Yeah, I bet your son need my help. I'm paraphrasing. And Devin Haney had the card stacked against him. This man tried to take food out your plate by telling Ryan to go fight Rolly. And then he told Ryan not to make weight, no matter, he probably told him all your integral secrets and how to beat you and all that. And, it's unfortunate that we got people that's willing to jump ship against our own people and give our secrets away. I remember I had a brother out of Philly. He trained his son, and I'll keep his name anonymous. He was basically mad at John David Jackson for showing Kovalev the black secrets by training him. And I kind of understood where he was coming from. Every time a lot of these guys like Ryan Garcia, Kovalev get into trouble or they need help in the ring, they always go get a black trainer. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of that shit should stay in-house. You don't see too many Mexican trainers training black kids. They saying it don't happen, but I think his relationship with Devin Haney is beyond repair. When you take food off my table from me feeding my family, when you collude with my opponent to defeat me and help him out and tell him to miss weight, we can never be cool again, bro. I don't even want to speak with you no more. Because this is not a mistake. It's not a mistake. This is something that you actually thought about. And unfortunately, it's sad. And a lot of y'all turned around. Y'all believe Ryan Garcia, everything he said. And to be honest, even with some of these dudes that's coons and shit, I couldn't hate on another brother like that. I could, hate on another brother like that. It's just I can't do it. I couldn't do it. It's a lot of dudes on the internet I don't like. But it's a certain point that I'm not going to take it, or a certain point I'm not going to take it that far. But you live and you learn. I think we all been burnt by a friend. You thought it was a friend, and they didn't end up being a friend, and it fucked with you. You wonder why your granddaddy was so cold. You wonder why a lot of men are cold. These women, how they switch up on you. Your homies will switch up on you. They'll try to fuck your bitch or try to steal from you. And it's kind of leave you like, damn. If I can't trust this motherfucker, who can I trust? It's a crazy world, bro.
What happened to I don't fear no man but God? Correction, God and the nigga that shot me. Oh.
It's a fucked up game, bro. Life can turn you into the villain. Can. And Devin Haney just got to say, okay, I got played. I got to come back and get better. I can't trust people. I can't work out with everybody. And Floyd's a hater. And of course, a hater is going to deflect. Well, I got cars, I got jewelry, I got this, that, and the third. It takes me back to the beginning point of talking about this subject. Growing up, it was a lot of niggas that was jealous for no reason. I never really understood it. I think people see things in people and see potential and don't want them to reach that potential. I seen in my whole life where niggas got status and money and they hating on the nigga who ain't got nothing. Y'all ever seen Luke Cage in the brother in the beginning, in the first season, the brother that was cussing had to put money in a swear jar, and he was wondering why old girl was jocking Luke Cage, and he swept up here at the barbershop, and he had the money, and they was stealing and all that shit. He couldn't understand why Luke Cage had the hoes and shit. See, that's his nigga, like niggas like Floyd, they never understand that. You know what I'm saying? Niggas that buy ass and buy for women's company, they'll never just understand how much of a vibe and how much of a, or what's that thing that a man got that he may not have as much money as you. He may not be as fly as you. He might not have the Gucci's. He may not, but women just fuck with him because, they fuck with him and the vibe that he bring. They mess with him because he a cool individual and he ain't got to pay for nothing. These women paying for his drinks. These women paying for his attention, paying for his time. A nigga like Floyd can never understand that. They can never possess that. That's something that you just born with. So what niggas eating today? I had me some crab cakes, brother. He said that trick dice shit is the best example. I'm gonna use that later. Yeah. And I don't even know how to shoot dice. Real shit. I'm not a dice shooter. Don't know how to play 3 dice, 2 dice. Yeah, that shit fucks your heart rate up. Yup. He said I quit the gym. I just do burpees and run. But as you creep into your 40s and especially I say this, I would say as you creep into your about mid 30s, you should pick up strength training. You just got to pick up the weights. You start to lose that lean muscle. You notice a lot of us going gray at 30, 35 and shit like that. It's a lot of the deficiencies in the foods and stuff. So strength training is very, very important. Because we lose a lot of lean muscle as we creep into our 40s. And that muscle is what's really going to protect your joints, your joints, your bones, your ligaments, and it's going to allow you to still be efficient in your later years. So if you start preserving a lot of that muscle right now and find your strength conditioning program, it could be kettlebells, it could be plates, it could be barbells, it could be a combination of everything. Strength training is the most important part of conditioning the body for longevity. But I also would say right there with the important of that is the conditioning, is the running. Everybody, if you're physically able, you should run once or twice a week. He said, Gay Weather's nasty. Well, I stole that from somebody. He said, Jay Graham Jr. salute. Yeah, strength training is very important. As we start to age in 50s and 60s, that's when you really should be lifting heavier and heavier and heavier, to be honest, to preserve that muscle. Travis was going on. He said, man, it's hard not to be jealous when somebody trying to take your spot, but don't come around like everything cool. And so, well, I mean, hey, you just got to focus on you. That's what I say. You got to focus on you. If you focus on what you're doing, I can't be concerned with nobody else doing, but it is hard. It's okay to be jealous. I always say that it's okay to be jealous. Let jealousy motivate you. Don't let jealousy drive you. That's when you start hating. Jealousy is what you feel. You ever, get rid of a chick and then, you happy she gone, she get with somebody else, and you all of a sudden you want the bitch back, knowing the bitch ain't shit. It's crazy. Said Floyd really wanted his fighters to shine, he would quit or be quiet and put them in the right position. Yeah. But I think it's hard for him because he just wanted, I think genuinely, and a lot of times he just wanted help. So it seems like every day I watch a video that ends up making a bunch of claims about Floyd with no evidence. Dudes be minding his business. What evidence do you need? I don't know what evidence you need. We know he gave the sparring tape to Ryan Garcia. We know for a fact he told Ryan Garcia to pull out the original fight with Devin Haney. We know that Ryan Garcia said Floyd was the one that told him to miss weight. So where am I pulling out evidence? Where am I pulling out lies at? We know for a fact when he got mad at Gervonta Davis, he tried to throw him in there with Lomachenko. We know that him and Gervonta Davis beefing, he get behind Shakur Stevenson. So I'm just trying to see where I'm making up lies at. I just want to know. It's not like I'm saying stuff and I say something and I say, well, allegedly or rumor, cool. But the things that I'm saying, I'm articulating it to you. I'm not just saying, Floyd a hater, and I'm not giving you an example. I'm giving you examples that's known to the public. He said, yeah, some of the moms be trying to F with being the daughter. Yeah, they be fucking the same dudes. A lot of women don't want to let the mantle go. You got to think about a lot of women don't want to be wives. They don't want to be at home and be housewives. They want to still be in these streets getting pumped and dumped. That's just what it is. So if you don't want to be a wife or you want to go out, older chicks that, and when I do go out, and I usually go out with an older crowd, I usually go out on them boring ass days, like Sundays and shit. Older chicks be looking like be looking hard. Like, okay, wait. It's crazy. See, I think Floyd's style of promoting only works in himself and a great promoter. You got to put the fighter before you sometimes. That's a true story. I can't deny that. JJ7779 77CS said, don't you guys find it strange this guy Floyd Mayweather has never opened a youth center, nothing all these guys does is brag about poor rich. He's the guy Mayweather said. Well, yeah, he's a narcissist, but when you got that type of money and you as good as him, that's just gonna come with the territory. He does some giveaways and stuff of that nature, but you got to understand, you can't help as much as you want to help in Hollywood. So I will give him that. You can't really do what you really want to do because they don't want you to do what you really should want to do. So, but I don't tell people how to spend their money, but I do know, it's only so much you can do. He's paid for funerals and all types of shit, so I'll give him that. Support the channel, Venmo, CJ Good 313. He said, whatever, bro, Devin needs to rematch Ryan, but instead, Devin, of course I'm calling the police. Of course I'm suing Ryan Garcia. Because if I'm not doing it, if I'm not doing it legally, then if I'm doing it illegally, I'm trying to take him out the game. Why am I rematching a guy who cheated versus me in multiple occasions? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Why am I fighting a guy? It don't make no sense. Would you put your son in there with a guy who had brass knuckles on in his gloves and he got your son? He did that bullshit to your son? Absolutely not. He shouldn't have gave him the opportunity. He walked away the first time. I'm just being real. From my perspective, I'm not letting my son walk back in that situation. What's going to stop him from cheating again and again and again? It makes no sense. Your job as a father first is as a father and as the man in the house is protect him. And of course, as a competitor, Devin wants to probably fight him again, but no, I'm not fighting him again. It wasn't like he got caught for Ostarine and okay. Cool. People say, well, Miguel Cotto, fought Margarito. Well, I think he did that for closure. I think he really did that for closure. But at the same time, I hate to say it like this, it's just the gloves, but Devin Haney had a lot against him. He had Floyd against him. He had Ostarine against him. I'm not fighting that nigga again, bro. That's crazy. Then what's the point of going through all these precautions just to fight the nigga again? Makes no sense. Shout out to Tony, man. What's going on? He said Bill Haney is the real hater, not Floyd. I mean, hey, whatever you want to say. I'm not going to dispute or agree with that, but I can't dispute or disagree with that. That's your opinion. But what I will say is, I gave examples about, Floyd hating. But when a guy sit there and he team up with a Mexican to get against your black son, your son looked up to him, your son ain't do shit to him, even though you said some things about him, it's a casualty of war, bro. So, Tony, what's going on? He said, I do 30 on the stairs after every lift. I do conditioning first. Fuck that. I'll lift first and do conditioning. I walk out the gym every day of the week. I'll condition. That's just me. I ain't saying that's what you should do. Yeah, I really don't fuck with the Stairmaster like that. I did. My cousin, we did it when I was in Charlotte. I don't really fuck with the Stairmaster like that, but it's good work. I would have run. I do elliptical and run. It's easier on my joints, the elliptical. So repeat everything without providing no evidence. Floyd said he didn't show the Ryan Garcia sparring, but you take Ryan Garcia's word. How can Floyd throw Tank in there with another boxer as a punishment? I mean, that's it. I ain't mad at it. He said you giving Devin a pass for so. What did he do? Devin suck a shit for what? So once again, if somebody cheated you, okay, somebody cheated you. I had this friend, right? I'll tell this story real quick. And he was playing 2K. He was banking niggas for money and shit. He stayed like in the North End and shit. That's where he moved at, right? So he banking niggas with money. So everybody left or whatever. So we played for. I don't know what we played for. We played for some bread. And niggas was making threes that shouldn't have been making threes. This had to be like 2K, 15, 16. So I go through the settings, and this nigga turned all the sliders up. I took my money, and he couldn't do shit but laugh, though. I took my money and kept it moving. You think I ever played that nigga for some bread again? Absolutely not. Still my mans, though. But you think I played him for some bread? Nah. Hell no. Oh, sucker shit not to rebound. Sucker shit not to reward a cheater with another opportunity is crazy. Bill Haney definitely clown. He acts like a broad. Hey, that's y'all opinion. Keep the same energy for Angel Garcia, too. Keep the same energy for everybody else's dad, too. All the shit they were saying about Kenny Porter, keep that energy. There's another nigga daddy out here taking 60% of his son's check. Keep that same energy. He ain't the first dad to promote his son and talk shit. If you come from the Bay, you come from Detroit, you're going to get a whole bunch of shit talkers. Floyd Mayweather talked a bunch of shit. James Toney said that Pacquiao was going to beat the fuck out of Floyd. Lifting and cardio. I do the opposite. I don't want to do anything after I like to get the hard shit out the way first. And cardio is hard for me. And the good thing about doing cardio first, you ain't got to fucking warm up when you lift. You already ready to go. But that just was work for me. He said, well, I was thinking you start our secure promotion dispute, Devin. Just got hit, not making a dumb question. You mad at Floyd firing back at these young... Firing back for what? For what? What is Floyd firing back at these young chumps for? What is he firing back off these young chumps for? If you got all this shit, what you worry about somebody below you for? And my thing is, what did Devin Haney do to him? The daddy said some shit. But what did I do as a man to you? Nothing. And Tank is a star based off what? That's what I want to figure out. What is Tank based? If Tank was such a star, PBC would still be on Showtime. If Tank was such a star, PBC would still be on Showtime, my boy. Don't waste your time doing 30 minutes of stairs after lifting. I don't know the science behind of it. That's you. I do 30 minutes before I lift. I get that shit out the way. But it's just whatever you condition your body to do it. He still needs to run it. Okay, that's your opinion, bro. It's not going to change my opinion. He don't need to do nothing. He don't need to do nothing. He said Tank can't save PBC. He said once you lift, the 30 minutes just cuts into your recovery. I mean, that may be true. But still burning that fat, though. You're still busting to burning that water and fat. It all depends on what you choose to do. Whatever works for you. But, he needs to do this. He needs to do nothing. I'm supposed to reward a cheating ass nigga. Well, go tell Floyd to fight Antonio Margarito. He spoke on that, too, in this interview. And he not going to give a cheater a chance. And that'd be sending the wrong message, too. No matter what Canelo do, people still willing to fight Canelo Alvarez even after he cheated. It's because it's about the money. When we going to stand up and have some type of integrity for ourselves, it's not about the money. If the fighters is stuck together, it'd be a strict ban on performance-enhancing drugs. But everybody just focus on, y'all have any question, I answer it. Everybody just focus on the money. If Devin Haney want to make the most money he can make in a possible fight, rematch with Ryan Garcia is it. But if it's about integrity and standing on something that's right, then you standing on whatever right. That's what it's about, standing on what's right. So, like I said before, I wouldn't, give him an opportunity. That's just me. I'm not saying I'm right or I'm wrong, but back to Floyd, I mean, of course, it's hard to let it go, bro. It's hard to say I was that nigga and then I got to take a back seat and see some of these dudes try to be what I did. It's hard to let it go, bro. I ain't gonna lie. It's hard to let it go. Only when you want to let it go is when you see your son coming up and, doing some great things in his life and his career. You want to see your son be better than you. But another man, it's hard to say another man is greater than you. It takes a lot of humility to say that. It takes a lot of it.
Hey, niggas get shot every day, B. You be all right, nigga. You tough, right?
It's hard to say. It's hard to, but, a lot of people was in this position, it'd be a lot worse. Real talk, it'd be a lot worse. I can tell you how I was. I'm not a hater, though. When I see a nigga doing good and a little jealousy kick in, it just made me want to go hard. Like, okay, I'm slacking. What can I do to get to that level? I just don't hate on people, bro. And it sounds like kind of arrogant, but they be hating on me my whole life, bro. I never understood why, though. Literally, I never understood why. Literally, I've only tried to help brothers, bro. And I feel like when I try to go out my way to help brothers and sisters, I get fucked over in the end, bro. It seems like we get deducted for trying to do what's right. So it's to the point where naturally you want to help people. Naturally, you want to meet a nice group of friends and you want to do nice things for them, but then they take advantage and fuck you over. You want to be able to console and share your thoughts with people and not use it against you. You want the homie to come over to the crib and y'all have a good time, and not try to fuck your bitch. You want to have those experiences, but it's hard too. It's hard to. It's hard to trust. But like I continue to say about it, man, it's everybody different. It's hard being solid. Because when you solid and you honest and you truthful, so it's lonely. And they say it's lonely at the top. He said Devin called Floyd old and bitter. Yeah, that's after he released the motherfucking tape. But before he released that tape, he ain't say none of that shit. What did he say when Ryan said Floyd he had the tape? He said Floyd wouldn't do that. That's exactly what he said. He said Floyd wouldn't do that. And he did. I don't condone Bill talking shit about the sparring because sparring is sparring. I don't condone that neither. Floyd is right when he say Shakur is more skilled than Javante. I'm going to talk about that more powers. I mean, we'll see. I think if you're talking about, I don't know how that fight going to play out. Honestly. Could I see Tank winning? Yeah. In a vacuum, just talking about the fighter inside the square circle, Tank is one of my favorite fighters to watch. Just inside that square circle, he one of the favorite fighters. But outside of it, he's just a piece of shit, in my opinion. He said Floyd trying to clip others' wings while he telling Bud to fight Benavidez to boost. Yeah, he don't see nobody better than him. He was laughing when Earl Spence was getting his ass beat. Not putting money in dude pockets. That's snake to me. Yeah. Okay, if Ryan was dirty and he saw Devin wasn't quitting, Bill didn't throw the towel in. Did Ryan take it easy? No, he didn't take it easy. One thing we can say is a lot of people felt like, a lot of pro Devin Haney felt like the refs saved Devin Haney. But if he took, I don't know, let's say he knowingly took something. He knowingly took Osterine and Devin Haney died in the ring or had serious damage like Pritchard Cologne, he going to jail. There ain't no two ways around it. So maybe he let up because he had that shit in his ass. I don't fucking know. But I do know, once you show me who you are, I ain't fucking with you no more, bro. Lomachenko avoided Shakur Stevenson for a reason. Yeah. I'm not saying that'd be the most pleasing fight neither. He said, yeah, days of helping people is over, and I'm not letting anybody take food off my table. And that's what you do when you help people. You take food off your table. You take time out your day to give that to somebody. There are a lot of people wouldn't even turn to help you out, bro. Javante Ryan are teaming up against Haney. It is what it is. Some dude Floyd said he didn't give the tape. Okay, where did he get the tape from? Ryan said he gave him the tape. Floyd the only one that had the tape. Come on, man. If I said I didn't say the color red, I didn't say the color red, you gonna believe it? I just said it. Bud and Boots would be crazy. Well, that might be coming. If Canelo don't fight Bud, it might. Hold on. It was a good video game that's coming out. See, I want to buy a video game. I don't play the shits I got now. I got to look on Game Pass. But y'all got any other questions, I'll answer it. So we'll wait.
To take the high road, but I don't know the address to the high road. So I got to come at you, man.
All right, let me know if y'all got anything else. I answer any question related to almost anything that ain't no weirdo shit. But we gonna let a couple videos play real quick.
Hey, Steven, man, you really believe that stuff? Oh, man, come on. You really believe that stuff you be saying?
Belief about
I'm on the phone.
You on the phone?
Yeah.
You looking at my baby?
No, I ain't looking. No, I'm good.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, man. Next time we come outside, don't be staring and shit like that. I don't like that.
I wasn't looking at him.
That shit's a classic. That will forever live in YouTube history. It will ever. How your investments going? Yeah, I'm still building. GL Boogie. I'm still building on them. Want to get into real estate, dog. I don't know how the Airbnb shit work. I've sat in an Airbnb for the first time when I went to Charlotte last week. I usually do hotels. It was cool. Let us have the dogs and everything. It was cool. So maybe investing in Airbnb might be part of the real estate fund portfolio. So that might have to be the move. But that might have to be the move, bro. But other than that, man, that's all I got. I don't know if I go live after the Beaver fight tomorrow, the Wilder fight. Who the main event tomorrow? We can talk about that for a second. I got time today. Look at my wrist, got time today. He got a new song called "Try to Make Sure." That shit fire. Hold on, let's see. I'm tripping. Beaver, better be at that. Oh, my neck, my back, my neck, and my knee. I'm suing Turkey for $150 million. We can settle out right now for some beef jerky. Last time you niggas ate beef jerky, bro. Last time I ate beef jerky and shit. Wrap my way about the game. That's my shit by Payroll. Ammo fighting. I don't even know this dude he fighting. Hamas Sherez. Oh, that ain't got a hell of a name. 6'3", too. 15K. I'm watching this fight. Sherez has Hakeem Muhammad Abdul Jabbar Lakbar Jones. Raymond Ford, I seen a little bit of him. Du Bois fight. Yeah, that's a good card tomorrow. I might watch the whole thing. Craig Richards on that motherfucker. Not my nigga Craig Richards around here.
That's the beauty of it. I grab a dog, I choke him, and I kick the shit out of him. And I all day long, I put up a dog's ass. Just bang, bang, bang up his ass.
Did you see CHS? Oh, I ain't see that, man. Shout out to Coach Sheldon Harris, too, dog. Shout out to Coach. Long time no here. He said we got heavyweights this fight. We got Wilder and Zhang, who outweighed Wilder by 70 pounds, and then we got Du Bois and Harkovich. I can't stand Harkovich for Rob and Zhang. Yeah, appreciate it, Scooter. Salute. Yeah, I can't stand Harkovich for Rob and Zhang. I fuck with Zhang. I was Zhang and Wilder would have fought in China. That would have been dope. But let me get out of here, man. This nigga Miles knocked out. I'm tired. Everything on my fucking body hurt this week, bro. But I'm tired, so I'm gonna be watching the fights tomorrow. Unless something come up. I don't see nothing coming up. I ain't got nothing on the slate. I just need to recover from that trip. But I appreciate y'all, man. Just be on the podcast in the morning. Want to donate? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link. Shout out the link tree. Check out the Patreon. I just updated it an hour or two ago, so check that out. And hit the link tree and find me everywhere you can listen to this episode on Amazon Music, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, and a bunch of others. Peace. Said the boys taking the L. I'm going with the boys, but I can't. I'm being a fanboy because I don't like Harkovich at all.